Okay. Yo, hello everyone. I'm Kinnin11, and this is Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. I'm playing on the Japanese version this time because it saves a little bit of time in the soft resetting, and I'll mention that later. We're just gonna jump in instantly. So, you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. So right off the bat we get into a little tutorial zone where we get to learn what Kirby does. You might instantly notice that I'm jumping a lot. Every time you jump you save like 1 or 2 frames of speed, so I like to jump a lot. And we're instantly gonna do a little trick here. There we go, we just clipped through that little wall and skipped having to wait for our other Kirbys who will be, instead of helping us, annoying us. And we're gonna go straight into this trick. First try, nice. So what I just did was a mix. Whenever you swallow 2 enemies in Kirby games usually, you will get a mix. And with a mix you can get any ability you want. Now, the reel of the mix itself is fixed, but the position is based on which 2 enemies you sucked in. So if you learn the timing, which is a 4-frame window, you can basically get any ability you want from any mix. And we will be using that a couple of times as well later on in the run. So the reason why we got Wheel, you might have already noticed, is because Wheel is pretty dang good at movement. A lot of this game is long stretches where Wheel really works well. Let's see. I'm also doing a little trick with Wheel where I get more jump height at the start. It's called wheel jumping, where I basically just jump and then hold A and B at the same time.
Would you like some company?
Yes, that would be nice. Oops. There we go.
I think everyone needed just a tiny break.
Yeah. So here we get to suck up 2 enemies and quickly shoot it at him to do a lot of damage and then quickly kill him. It's not that hard. So these buttons are like spread out in the game. There are like 10 of them, and they open doors into the main hub area where we started out not too long ago. I will be skipping a lot of those buttons because the animation is pretty slow and I don't need every single door in this game. So we will only be getting a few doors. Oops. A thing you might also notice me doing is trying to avoid hitting enemies. I'm not very good at it, but I try at least. Whenever you hit an enemy, the game gets a few lag frames. This is the animation I was talking about, by the way. This is one of the few... It's probably the most important door because it gives us easy access to Wheel, and having easy access to Wheel is useful. So this King Golem. Stone is a little bit strong, so we killed him rather quickly. Now, after every boss, you get a little Kirby dance, but the Kirby dance is slow, so we just soft reset out of it and go back to the main hub. And this is why being able to get Wheel quickly is useful. So here's Wheel. Again, you'll be seeing a lot of this. A thing about the soft resetting after bosses, if I do it too early, the game actually won't save. So I might just lose a lot of time if I accidentally soft reset too early. Now the thing about this game is that it's sort of a Metroidvania game, and this makes it so that there is actually not a real boss order in this game. You can just go through the entire game in a completely random boss order. The boss order I'm doing is optimized for RNG, so that you can reset early if you get bad RNG. Which happens a lot because bosses in this game like RNG a lot. Ooh. It's a little close. Nice. That was good movement. Let's see if I can get this movement. Ah, too early. And I lost wheel. That loses me about 15 seconds. Whenever you get hit in this game, you will instantly lose your ability, and it's kind of annoying. Luckily, we have easy access to wheel, so I can just quickly press this button. I needed to press this button anyway, so that's not extra time loss. You can just go back here and grab wheel again. It saves more time to have wheel for this section rather than to skip getting it again. And yeah, we have some time for donation. You can do a donation.
Okay, we have a €5 donation from Jasper saying over 75 euros hype. Also Puyo because Kirby.
Puyo!
And on that note, can I get some Puyos in chat? Because we're going hard on Kirby, so let's see some of that.
So right now we are in the 8th area of the game. Oh, I messed that up, but that's fine. So that enemy there, if you run before you do anything too close to him, he will burrow its way underground, and you have to reload the room before you can actually kill him to get through the door. It's kind of annoying. You have to pay attention to that. I can only imagine how the chat looks like right now. Glorious Puyo. Mm. So next up we're gonna get a boss that many people might actually recognize. It's Master Hand. So this game was made after, I think, Smash 64. I'm not completely sure. No, it was made after Melee, or Melee, whatever you want. And a lot of the game has a bunch of references to it. It has multiple Master Hand encounters, and it even has an ability called Smash. Which is used a lot during 100%, but this is 80%, so we're using wheel a lot more. Good. That's how it's supposed to be. Exactly, we improved chat. So next up we're gonna get our second boss, which is, you could technically say, the 8th boss in the game, but order doesn't really matter. And this is one of the few games where we actually use Sword for Meta Knight. Oh no, wait, he's the rival from Gen 2 in Pokemon. I'm completely wrong, sorry. Question mark, question mark, question mark. And I got God RNG. That was perfect RNG, basically. You rarely ever see that.
Good job, Gabe.
What happens if you get the RNG wrong?
He is really, really, really annoying to deal with. So this is one of my least favorite segments, because this room is garbage. But we got through the hard parts quite well. Also, the music is really good. Ah, I need that. Thank you. Not really. This is bonkers. So here we're instantly already at another boss. It's like a 1-minute section to get to the boss, and then the boss itself. This is the biggest RNG troll in the run. Second biggest RNG troll in the run, my bad. He's called Moly, but we like to lovingly call him Talpar, because that's the German translation. And he's giving me good RNG. That was really nice. He only appeared somewhere else once, so that's really good. Good RNG in this run so far.
Good job, Gabe.
So now we're finally gonna get a split that is decently long without soft resetting. And of course, because it's long, we need wheel, because wheel is fast. So we're gonna go back here. We went here earlier already, but instead of going down here, we're gonna go to the right and do some movement. You can do a donation.
Sure, we have a $10 donation from I Eternal Darkness saying Poyo 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 Poyo. And I guess there's a bunch more there, but I think I cut it halfway through somewhere. So thank you for that donation.
Thank you, Darkness.
That's the next one.
Ooh, okay, that worked out a lot better than I thought. So a lot of this game is just movement, and sometimes you need to focus on that. There's actually a faster way of going up here by jumping a lot, but I'm not certain of doing that, so I don't. So to get to the next boss, I would have to go to the left here instantly, but I need to set up these doors for a later segment, so I'm pressing these buttons right now. And then we're gonna go to Carrot Castle. So here we have a cannon section where I quickly drop my wheel and swallow it. This is called Fat Kirby. It loses you about 4 seconds, but it gives you the safety of not losing wheel when you mess up the cannons. So it's a really nice little strat. And I messed up. And I messed up again. Amazing. Hey. I do tend to say amazing a lot when I'm playing this game. That was a damage boost because I'm lazy. There is a way to go through that Gordo without getting hit, but it's mechanically a little annoying, and I'm playing on a Game Boy player, so I don't really know the inputs well. So, next boss. Mega Titan, or Gravel Crusher's favorite. You basically just push him into the sides a bunch, and then he ejects his head. And his head is a little annoying. I hope I can get it right. Yeah. He gave me bad RNG by going to the right. So now, finally, I'm not soft resetting. We can finally enjoy the Kirby dance. So take it in. This is the only Kirby dance you're getting.
In this game?
Yes. So that's why So that's the main reason we soft reset every boss, except for that one. The reason why we don't soft reset that one is because we keep wheel that way, and we go to the door where we want to go next anyways. So it works out really well to just not soft reset, and it's a little faster than soft reset. And that was a really good movement. So, judging by the amount of water, you might already have an idea what is coming up next in this segment. This is a very, very long segment. This is, I think, the second... this is the longest segment, actually. Oh no, I want to press this button. I usually don't press this button, but I did some practice earlier, and I am confident I will get missile strats right this time, so... I have to press that button.
Famous last words.
Famous last words indeed. Ooh, wow, that actually works. I didn't think this. Okay. Now we're gonna get what I think is the best theme in this game, together with Peppermint Palace. Let's see if we can get some dodges. That's one dodge. And that's a double dodge. Nice. It's not that hard, but it's a nice little thing that saves half a second or so every dodge. This is Boxy. Boxy is annoying, but Boxy was really nice today. RNG has been amazing so far. And I got a kiss. So here we have a little trick. Nice. And we got the mix right. Okay. During that mix, I like to have UFO rather than fire, but fire also works for the trick I'm gonna do. So what we used to do is we used to grab that sword, and what we would do is call our friends, and they would damage, like sort of like boost us up to get that block over there. But with fire and UFO you can do it as well. And it's faster to do it that way because your friends are stupid. They are really, really stupid. So if you get unlucky with them, it'll take you forever to get the sword skip. So yeah, now we are vanilla Kirby. He's actually decent in this game. We're just gonna swim a little. Perfect time for a donation.
Well, let me first just say we have just reached 100 euros. I Eternal Darkness just donated 663, saying we poyoed 100. Thank you, everybody, and let's go for 200.
Thank you, Darkness. You're a man. Oh no, you're a dog. Never mind. Pork, 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 pork. Well, now we're gonna grab stone, and I'm gonna try and keep stone for as long as I can. If I mess it up, it's bad. I'm gonna lose a lot of time if I lose stone here now. Also, this may look a little closer than it actually is. I'm actually taking that safely. This one, however, is gonna look really close. All calculated. Okay, nice. Now we're coming up to another boss. Again, the boss order in this game is just weird. You could actually quite easily do a reverse boss order without any glitches. Because, frankly, there are no glitches in this game. That was a decent gobbler. And we're gonna soft reset again and go to the next split, which is... Oh god, no. Well, if you can do another donation, that's fine. I was like, that lamp is on. So this is also one of the best sounds, musics in the game. Again, I do not have to press these buttons, but I need these buttons for a little later on. To set up to go to the final area of the game. So everything on the ground is like ice, so there's ice physics, but we got the right kind of wheels for that. And that was good movement. Ah, I hate doing that. Let's see if we can... Nice. Just in time to not get hit by the twister. So there is actually a mix you can do here for hammer. However, the setup is really obnoxious and the mix itself is also obnoxious, so I don't go for it. Instead, I go for parasol, which is way more swaggier, to be honest. I mean, look at it. It's like so nice and red. So this is Wiz. I like to call him Harry Potter. He conjures up things that you have to kill, and he runs into you a lot. I like him to be at the top more than at the bottom. For some reason, you deal more damage like that. Well, that was a decent whiz. My execution wasn't on point. The RNG was decent. So again, after the boss, we soft reset. There are a total of 8 soft resets in this game, in this speedrun, and I just started doing muscle memory. I was saying I was gonna do missile strats. So there are 2 ways of doing this. Missile strat is slightly faster than without it, and I felt pretty confident in practice, so I'm gonna completely ruin it here. Damn, that was close. Yeah, I am completely ruining it. Dang. So there's a mirror here, so I'm making sure I don't run before hitting it. So here, I don't like to use a missile because there's too many enemies. Wow, usually you can get in like that. So the main reason why missile is faster here is because of this section where you can just missile up, chill. Yes, I just said that. So luckily I don't have to do more missile, I can go back to wheel because wheel is just way better. Again, jumping over as many things as possible. So here's a little RNG moment. Let's see if we get good RNG. We don't. That Shadow Kirby can give you an invincibility candy, which makes the upcoming mid-boss fight a breeze, but it's that we can just quickly dispatch him with stone anyways, because we got good RNG on him. So now we have Krako, which is my least favorite boss because I absolutely suck at him. Or her, I don't remember what it was again. We're actually doing really well. That was a good Krako fight, dang. I got good RNG and good execution, that was nice. I only missed 1 hit. I don't often do my Krako fights like that. So we only have to do 1 more mirror piece. I didn't actually mention that, but story of the game is basically a world above Dreamland is under attack, and their amazing mirror has been broken into 8 shards. So we've been collecting mirror shards to get to the final boss, who's behind everything. And I messed that up because I was expecting him to do something else. We didn't mess up there. That would have been bad. This is actually a pretty hard segment to do well. Ah, bad RNG. Ah, damn. That wasn't very good. So here we are at the final world, or level, whatever. I don't know what they're called again. This is Candy Constellation. So that was a little bit of a loop, and the only way to get out is going through here. Again, I don't want to press the button. I probably should for safety, but safety is for wussies. Nice. Ah, I almost got the cycle there. I was slightly too slow. Whoa. Would have been bad if I died there. I can never get that jump right. One of these days, I will be consistent at that. This is the worst room in the game. This is called the lag room. It will soon become apparent why. Okay, that was good. Whew, it looks harder than it looks easier than it is. If I messed that up, that would have been really bad. And then we get a familiar enemy again. So this one is kind of annoying. I need to do wheel jumps constantly to be able to get to him because he's a little higher than usual. Ah, damn it. It's actually if you kill that boss and instantly go to the right, you can get the camera to stop following you. Well, it is too slow to keep up with wheels, so you literally just wheel off the screen and it looks really funny, but I messed it up. There's actually some frame saving jumps I can do there, but I'm bad at them, so I don't. Wow, I'm hitting everything, which is bad. You don't want to hit enemies. So here we switch back to missile because, well, the road kind of stops. And there's some vertical stuff coming up, so... Ooh, that was nice. I didn't expect to get that. So here I'm checking my friends to see if they've got any useful abilities, but they don't. So I'm gonna go into this boss fight on my own. And we're gonna fight against Master Hand and Crazy Hand at the same time. Master Hand has more health than Crazy Hand, so we go for him first because that makes it a little bit easier to deal with. And then the mirror has been restored, so we can finally fight against the final bosses. So I'm gonna jump into the mirror real quick and soft reset instantly. This is so I can skip the cutscene at the start. And then we're gonna go over here, grab an ability. I'm calling my friends here. You can call your friends for help in this game. They give you help and health. But I'm using it here to get them out of the way of this fight, because having them in this fight is just annoying. It slows everything down. I'm getting bad RNG. Yeah, that was a decent Dark Meta Knight fight. So I go all the way up here, so I float in the air. Hoo-hoo. I think it saves a couple of frames because you go into the portal quicker, but I'm not completely sure about that. It just looks cool, so. So Meta Knight throws his sword after us, which is useful because now we have 2 stars. Which makes Dark Mind, which is the name of this boss, kind of a cakewalk. There we go. So he gets hit by the first one, and his animation is to like go backwards. And because he goes backwards, his invisibility frames aren't long enough to actually save him from the second hit of the double star. So he gets hit twice by the double star, and that kills him. And we're gonna do that again now. Hard bosses, hard bosses. I like mashing through here to make him do that sound. And as if we haven't had enough of it yet, here we do it again! Hello, Darkmind! He's a tenacious guy. I got bad luck. If you get good RNG here, he can give you an ability which allows you to skip through like this movement that I'm doing right now. And it saves like 15 to 20 seconds. but I got bad RNG, so to go around. It's actually really rare that he gives you the right RNG. And hey, because we haven't had enough Dark Mines, here's another one. However, this one has a little bit more health, so the double star won't actually kill him in one hit. Well, 2 hits technically. Oh, I got lucky there. I should have realized that in time. Ah, too early! There we go. So there I mixed for, the green stars give you a mix, and at the very end of the mix you can quickly grab UFO. And UFO is a very, very strong ability for this fight. So I will be using it. Because this is another Dark Mind. All these bosses are called Dark Mind, by the way. Nice. Hitting both the eye and the mirror will deal a lot of damage. It's actually the mirrors take more damage than the eye. And that was a really good fight. Oh damn. I might get us up 32 on this run. That's pretty good. The time is on the final hit on Dark Mind 6. Yes, there are 6. You have to kill this boss 6 times. This is number 6. So, because this is a Kirby game, we need to shoot him up. So this is a shoot him up. And he's giving me pretty good RNG again. Getting ready on time. And time. So now we got the credits and we can just like hit him a bunch more and get some numbers. It's quite meaningless. There is actually a soft lock that can happen randomly at the end of this, where you'll be stuck here, and it's actually fine for any percent, but for 100% you actually have to get past the credits to be able to hit time. So we don't know. It's completely random. So, but I don't think I'll be getting it. So yeah. Anyways, thanks for BSG for having me again, and yeah, this was Kirby Amazing World. I don't know what's up next, but